Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is September 9th, and it is time for the weekend market overview. Be looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, XOY, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, and SLV. Alright, and we're doing this one right on Friday to leave room and time open for some other videos over the weekend, so be on the lookout for those. And away we go. Here we are with the Dow, big, ugly, nasty, red bar day. And we have been saying that, we had the failed test, it was going into a flat line, and now it's going down again. This is not unexpected, although the amount of the move down was a bit of a surprise. We did think that if we went down that we would hit this little correlation spot between the two lower supports and maybe pause or slow down, and nope, right through it like butter. So that was our surprise for the day. We can see that the middle Bollinger Band line is getting above the short-term moving averages. It does not look good. You can also notice that we approached the lower price consensus level today and backed away from it. So there's a little bit of buying pressure in there still. So that's something. Certainly if we have another nasty day Monday, if there's a terrorist attack, or Greece goes belly up, or, Santa announces that he's not going to deliver presents anymore, then certainly we're going down. But if none of those things happen, and maybe this was a bit too much, but we're going to explore that right now. CCI lower, 14-day RSI moving average still ticking up. Notice the fast stochastic is hugging it, which is kind of unusual, but nonetheless, that's what it's doing. And now we finally have the slow stochastic meeting up with the 14-day RSI moving average, which we said we were looking for. We also stated that we were expecting this to expecting both of them to be lower and then turn around and then go up, and then we'll have a good move up. But it's kind of interesting that that the fast is doing what it's doing. So instead of going through it, so it was kind of peculiar. But anyways, they're meeting up. That's what's important. That's what we're looking for, and it's just doing it in a unexpected way. RSI ticking down along with the histogram and the MACD. Well, this certainly does not look very good, right? We've gone from having the daily being the bad part of the charts to the strong part of the charts, and now possibly looking bad again with the exception of the 14-day RSI moving average. Ugh. Well, if we go to the 60-minute time frame, we can see that we have divergences starting to set up. We have one in the MACD histogram. Higher, lower, lower, higher. We can see it in the RSI. Lower, higher, higher, lower. Does not match up. So in the 60-minute time frame, and this is this is not complete yet. This maybe we could get the pop on Monday and resolve these, but they can continue to intensify as time goes on. So something to be aware that is out there. Now, I'm going to do a quick count back and take a peek. So here is today, big ugly day, short-term moving averages pointing down the whole darn time, and we have yet to get a back test of the bearish bar. But what we are looking for is the position of the stochastics, the histogram, and the 14-day RSI moving average. Okay, 15-minute. Stochastics pointing up, 14-day RSI in oversold area pointing up, histogram ticking up, MACD ticking up. Okay, there's 15. 30. 14-day RSI moving average getting into oversold area, needs to flip over and go back up, which won't take too much time, a day or two. And the stochastics very low, starting to go up. Histogram sloping up, looking for a cross in the MACD as well. 60-minute. 14-day RSI moving average pointing down, plenty of room to move. Stochastics low, and if they were to turn up, then that would be nice. Uptick on the Histogram at the end of the day, downtick on the, downtick on the MACD itself. Alright. 180 minute. 14 RSI, sloping down. Uptick on the fast, slow still counting down. Down on the MACD and the histogram. So, what is this telling me? In the fastest time periods, it would suggest that a bump of some sort is probable. And will those have enough influence to get a kick on the stochastic in the 60-minute time frame and get the MACD clicking up to go along with the histogram? That is the question. And if that does happen, then we will get some sort of a bounce. Maybe not enough to eliminate this candle today, but maybe half of it. So, which would be a proper back test of this presumed support line, which has been broken. Maybe we should delete it, but for the moment I'm going to leave it. SPX, same thing, with the exception that it closed right in the middle of that wedge again. It did peek through the lower support, but it was able to back off and get right into the middle of it once again. And of course, it'd be a lot easier if it was just below it, but it does what it does. Secondary is all the same. Notice the stochastics meeting up with the 14-day RSI moving average, and we already talked about that. 60 minute. Yep, divergence RSI, divergence MACD histogram. And the count back. Stochastics pointing up, 14 pointing up, and histogram, blah blah blah, pointing up. And I'm up, actually up on the histogram, stochastics up. Soon to be cross turnover of the stochastic, hopefully. And stochastics in the 60. About to turn up, hopefully, up on the histogram. Other things needing to turn. 180, very mixed, down, down, up, up, down, down, up. So, once again, it is the daily and the 180 looking the worst, and everything below them showing possibility for a turn. So, there we are. VIX. Big day, up 12%. Nice green candle. We talked about it coming down for a rest on top of the bar in a flat line, and now it is pointing back up. Broke through the major price consensus level, and briefly poked above the upper Bollinger Band. Uptick on the histogram, uptick on the MACD, uptick on the RSI. 14-day RSI moving average marching up. Side tick on the slow stochastic, downtick on the 14-day RSI moving average, uptick on the fast stochastic, side tick on the I'm getting so tongue-tied here. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, fast stochastic ticking sideways, slow stochastic ticking up. Wow, was that so difficult, right? 60-minute looking for divergence. Have a slight one in the histogram and a ever so slight one in the RSI, and that is it. That is it. So it does mirror the Dow and SPX just dandy, and this looks nice. If there is further separation of the short-term moving averages, we will have a textbook guppy entry, and if it does that, it's going to have a nice green candle going up. And if it does that, then we're probably breaking some support on the major indexes, which will be a sell signal. So this completely makes sense, and we need to see Monday. Okie dokie, TNA, ugly day. Ended with a spinning top, separation of the short-term moving averages pointing down, broke through the major price consensus level. Came close to the lower price consensus level, backed off, CCI down, 14-day RSI moving average ticking up, stochastics meeting up with the 14-day RSI moving average, downtick on the RSI, downtick on the histogram, and slight downtick on the MACD. 60-minute, looking for divergences. We don't have any. Nope. Just making absolutely sure. Nope. Nothing to see here. Moving right along. UUP. Okay, now once again the fireworks are here. Broke above the 200-day moving average, way above the upper Bollinger Band line. We have further expansion, of course, of the short-term moving averages. And what a strong move. That whole Greece default during the weekend just did a number on the euro. And look at the CCI, very high. Actually could be higher, but still pretty darn high. Stochastics, woo, so high. 14-day RSI moving average, still some room to move to the upside, along with the RSI itself being in overbought area. And look at that MACD. Wow, that is amazing. With such a strong move, you would expect this to pop back inside the upper Bollinger Band line. We talked about that last night and said that it could push it back further up if it wanted to. But definitely a flag that it will need to pop back in at some point, and this is an extreme move. We had that other extreme move where we had the entire body outside the upper Bollinger Band and it plopped back in the next day. We almost have that here today, but not quite. But man, is it close. The equalizer being that 200-day moving average. What a bullish signal that is. So I figure if we can get above this definitively, meaning the entire real body of a candle above the 200-day, that will be a good sign that away we go. But I am expecting a move back inside the upper Bollinger Band line within, Monday or Tuesday. And of course that's expecting that Euroland does not completely collapse over the weekend, but we will see. FXE, all right, perfectly mirrors UUP inversely. CCI very low, ticking down. RSI 14-day moving average ticking down. We've been watching that and saying that that is a reliable indication of movement, and so far so good. Stochastics very low, RSI very low in oversold area. Actually could go lower, but it is low. MACD and histogram massively low. Alright, GLD, our second VIX. Almost a spinning top. It is green body, although it is lower than yesterday. Note the short-term moving averages still pointing up. Note the middle Bollinger Band line getting below, moving below, almost there. The short-term moving average is giving it lift. Totally makes sense with the fear, uncertainty, and pain that is going on. CCI ticking down. Ooh, slow stochastic ticking down. Fast stochastic ticking down. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. Along with the RSI, along with the histogram, along with the MACD. So very, very interesting. This thing is just defying gravity. So with everything pointing down, if we don't have a collapse over the weekend, I would think that these are going to drag it down to some extent very shortly. So we will see. A lot of fear going into the weekend, and it is completely understandable. SLV, little doji star. Oop. Nothing to write home about. Complete indecision. Short-term moving averages kind of collapsing in on themselves, but we have a little farther to go before we have a flat line. Middle Bollinger Band line heading for the bottom of it, and just like gold, everything ticking down. Very interesting. And so keep your eyes peeled over the weekend, looking for NDEs, looking for the end of the world. Maybe Obama will learn how to fly, or Uncle Ben will be the next guy to land on the moon now that NASA's gone. Who knows? But certainly not attractive on the daily. Not attractive at all. Not unexpected, but unexpected that it was this ugly today. So there you have it. There is the overview. Be on the lookout for some more videos this weekend. We'll try to touch on Vegas Baby, maybe the banks, and CNO. And as always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.